1090, are you on the line?
Yeah, what's up?
Yo, let me just ask you in plain words, because Wack just gave me the longest Johnny Cochran message.
No, I'm telling you what
is a guy a rat or not? I look to y'all I look to the 100 side and the exposers and 1090. Who got the work? Is he a rat or not?
So at this point, he can't stand on it based on a court document because he doesn't have that. I know what this crazy got. He could respond, and I'm telling you, the fact that he has not responded in the way that I know he could, based on something to kind of talk or discredit something, I think he's waiting on that to just take a fork in the whole situation. I hope it comes back in favor of Larry. But right now, I know what he's doing. I know if he knows me like I know him.
Hey, 1090, since we have you on here officially, because I'm going to be honest with you, and I've seen a lot of people send me this, and they says your reputation, I think you went through this before where your reputation becomes in limbo because people are wondering if you're either jumping the gun or you're lying, right?
Nah, I wouldn't say his reputation. His reputation.
My reputation can't be in limbo because people have favoritism.
There we go.
Right?
Talk about it.
So the thing is, they're talking about
now. Slow down.
My reputation isn't on the line in this situation, right? So, Wack, where did this start from? Who was the one that originally posted this? Because people,
it was an app called Squid 8 from Chicago.
Right. So Act. Yeah. This hit came from Chicago itself.
It didn't come.
Somebody from Chicago.
So you didn't conjure this up?
No, not at all.
Man, somebody from Chicago did this, and somebody from LA sent it to me and said, "Hey, is this real?" So what I did was I looked into it. I found articles saying the same as whoever from Chicago posted it, right? That was a Chicago blog that posted that. So that came from the city of Chicago. The reason they not putting a face on it is because they know what comes with it. That's the same reason James Highsmith isn't going to speak against Larry Hoover. He still lives in Chicago.
Really?
Now, when I ran the content, the interview I ran, it was a great piece to protect Mr. Hoover, but
was it factual though, Wack? I know you wouldn't run no fake content. The guy who said Larry Hoover never told on me.
Here's the thing. I am not this individual. These men are in their 70s. All I can do is go over that newspaper clipping and ask him, was it factual? What does he account? What happened that day? Which is up on my page, right? So I let him answer. But what I'm telling you is, one thing about it, like when you got two at the chessboard, we kind of know what each other's up to based upon our movement. And based upon the moves he hasn't made, then that lets me know what 1090's up to.
So, right? Wack, I'm going to ask you again. If 1090 come with the work and it shows that Larry Hoover may have done such, will you stand on the 100 side and say, hey, despite me having a conversation with the man who claimed, Larry Hoover never told on him, the work says otherwise, and Larry Hoover is a rat. Will you say
1090 can answer that. I'm always going to go off to work. You know that.
So, hey, Wack, let me ask you, right? Because you just said you're always going to go off to work, right?
Yeah, I'm going to go off to work.
If you live in California State Prison, so if word comes out that somebody snitched, right? And you go and ask the person that did this thing, is what he says going to matter? Or is the paperwork?
No, the paperwork is going to call the last shot.
Because the can get paid off to say anything, right?
Well, people can get paid off, people could get intimidated, people could be persuaded. Right.
Now let me ask you
now watch this act. You got to remember, and the world has to remember.
Yeah.
You got to know. Because if it was a me and your thing, and we was speaking the same way, we know we're gonna whatever you find, I can find, right? So I'm telling you, based upon me knowing 1090 and how he moves and knowing what I got, I'm assuming, right? And actually, I'm not going to assume. I know he has a certain document and he just hasn't used it. So when I ask myself, well, why hasn't he fired this? I'm saying he's waiting to get back those 1968 documents. So I'm going to ask you, 1090, is there a certain document that's in your possession that you could have responded with, but you haven't yet?
Absolutely.
There you go. I'm telling you, like, we chess players. I know.
But since we chess players, right? Let me ask you a question, right?
What's up?
You Pyru. If you hear one of the big homies in Pyru got some on his name, are you gonna wait for me to go get it, or are you gonna go get it?
Oh no, I'm definitely gonna go get it.
So why the GDs ain't going to the Chicago courthouse to prove that Larry Hoover ain't got no paperwork?
Do you want me to answer that question truthfully?
I want you to answer that question honestly.
For the same reason that I haven't.
They don't want it to. You feel me?
Well, I'm gonna be real. Like, in this world, and I'm gonna keep it real and act. I think you would understand it. In this world, when it comes to some people and some things, there's gonna be selective politic in there, right? To where if it was these other people, you would do it. If it's big meats, you would do it, as if Ack is saying. But now that it's Larry Hoover, you're not doing it, and it's not necessarily. Some situations could be out of fear, which is what 1090 is suggesting with James Highsmith. Maybe he changed his story out of fear. And I'm gonna be real. I'm just saying, if 1090 pulls that paperwork from 1968 and it's not in favor of Larry Hoover, that other piece that I know he probably has, it's gonna blow the doors off of everything. It's game over at that point. I know if I got it, he has to have it.
What's up, y'all? So first of all, I appreciate y'all for tapping into my channel. The clip I just show y'all, that was DJ Academics, 1090 Jake, and also Wack100. And it was a debate between Jake and Wack100 because according to 1090 Jake, he's saying that Larry Hoover, he's a snitch. And he's been snitching for the past couple of years. That is what 1090 Jake was saying. And Wack, on the other hand, he's saying that he's wrong. And you know that Larry Hoover, he was actually pardoned by the President Donald J. Trump. It happened, I would say, 4 or 5 days ago. And he still has around 200 years that he has to serve. But he's going to be transferred from his current prison to another. It was max security at the former prison that he was locked up in. So his life is going to be a little bit easier on this new prison that he's going to be locked in. So let me know what you think about this. Make sure to like this video and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next videos.